What's up, guys? How is everyone today? We're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin. Also going to take a look at the Dow Jones, DXY, gold, silver, Ethereum, Litecoin, and XRP towards the end. So make sure you stick around for that. I want to make sure you guys can hear me today. Can you hear me? Because yesterday my mic was screwed up. I think it's all good now. All right, so there's a huge delay on here, so let me see something real quick. All right, we're good. All right, guys, so we're going to take a look at that 42.5 level and see where we could be headed if that breaks. You guys know my big bearish picture here, looking at the rising broadening wedge that we were talking about. If it broke here, it was going to get ugly, which it did. Will we get down to that $23,000 level, which is the measured move of the break? That I believe it's very possible, and you guys know I have a theory that says we could go a lot lower. We'll be taking a look at that also. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to smash that like button if you haven't already. Take a second out, scroll down, hit that thumbs up. If you're watching on Google TV, in that left hand corner of the screen it says more options, hit that, and then you can hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I would appreciate it. And let's take a look. So, you guys know my thoughts on this. Let's go over to the Amazon compared to Bitcoin chart here. Now, if you'll notice over here on Amazon, we dropped below the 21 EMA, came down and tagged this orange line, which if it was to come down this week would be around 40,300-ish. And then we got a nice bounce off of it up into here. Now, these patterns don't have to play out to the T. Like you can see, there's some differences in it, but the overall pattern is the same. So, but I believe if we do break down past this orange trend line here, that will pretty much tell us that it is over, and we are probably going to see something like this. But remember, this is the weekly chart. This took a very, very long time. There were a lot of little pumps in here, all the way down, getting everyone bullish. And as you guys know, if it was to play out like this, from this peak to this bottom was almost identical in time. From this bottom to this peak, almost identical in time. From the bottom here to the peak, almost identical in time. If we were to do the same, that would suggest that Bitcoin bottoms around 2023, August, September-ish, somewhere in there. We'll take a look at that. One more thing I want to, before I go any further, guys, I know a lot of people are saying I called the top back here and blah, blah, blah. We called this, I was expecting lower, yes. But if you were paying attention at that time, you can go back and watch the videos. I said the middle of June would be a good time to long. And if you longed, to just follow your stops up with the long. Every time it broke resistance, move your stop up. You could have rode it all the way up here and then got stopped out. I only thought it was going to go to the mid to like $57,000 range. Obviously we went higher, but if you look now, we're below 57,000. So what does that matter? But what I was looking for was an ABC correction, which we did get. This is a clear A, B, and a C. I do believe we are gonna head down. That does not mean that when we hit this, if we do get a bounce, we could see the mid $50,000 range again. What I'm saying is you're not going to get your $100,000 Bitcoin in the next couple of years, if you ask me. That's my opinion. You make up your own mind. But I highly doubt it. And back here, I said I would delete my account if we hit 100K last year, which we did not. But now somehow everybody said that we had to hit 100K by the end of 2021. We didn't. But now 2022 is when 100,000 is coming. So I don't know. You make up your own mind. Like I said, nobody knows where this is going for 100%, but we can look for clues and try to figure it out. And that's what I try to do here. And I share my ideas with you. What you do with that is all on you. I never tell anyone when to buy, when to sell, when to long, or when to short. That is totally up to you. Your decisions. So if you were following the Moon Boys that were telling you to buy back here and you bought that's not their fault. That is your fault, and vice versa. So if you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out Prime XBT, by far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you. You can have multiple trades in at the same time without clumping them together. You can trade other markets, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, natural gas, all kinds of stuff on this one exchange. You can use my promo code SAVVY25. That'll get you 25% off. There is a tutorial here on my YouTube page. Go to my YouTube page. There's a few tutorials here. There's some on using EMAs and things like that. Definitely check them out. On that Prime video, it will tell you where to put my promo code. It will also tell you how to adjust your margin. So definitely check it out. All right, let's look at the 4-hour chart. So this is what we had been watching. And what we were watching for is the break of this triangle, which a lot of people were saying it wasn't a triangle. Well, it ended up being a triangle, and it did break, and it hit our target, 42.5. Now, the question is 42.5 going to hold? And if it does bounce from here, where can we expect it to go? And if it drops below, where can we expect it to go? We're going to take a look at that now. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Gonna zoom in right here. This would have been our target if we would have broke up out of this, so we can get rid of this now. This is of no significance to us right now. I wouldn't even be expecting anything like the $50,000 range unless we break this 45.5 again. Now, if we do bounce up, here's going to be our points of rejection. First off, in the 4-hour, we're going to have the 8 EMA. That's going to be around the 43,600, 43,700. If it gets rejected there, comes back down and breaks, we're going to talk about that. But here are your rejection points. And they are the EMAs. They work awesome, guys. I suggest you go check out that video. But 43.7-ish. And then if that gets broken, 44.4-ish. And if that gets broken, around the $45,000 range. And then, of course, we have that 45.5 up here, which would be coming back to retest this channel that we fell out of here. Now, if we cannot hold the 45.5, I am looking for, we've had these targets for at least a week, possibly more. The first one being that 39,000, and that is just a measured move of this channel brought down to where we broke. That gets us at 37,000. And then I have another one over here. This being, looking at this as an ascending triangle, you take the widest point of that to where it broke down, and that gets us the $37,000 range. Now, there is another target we had talked about in there, and I'll show you what that is. And that's just looking at this here from where it broke. Go from here down. Looking at that as a bear flag, that would get us down to around the 40,300, which matches up with that orange trend line on that bigger weekly chart. So anyways, I'm going to take a second out, guys, and remind you one more time, there's 190 people in here and only 84 likes. If you could, take a second out, smash that like button. I'd appreciate it. And if you're watching this video afterwards, leave a comment. That is the only way YouTube knows to get the video out to more people. So make sure you do that. Let's look for some divergence here now. I talked about this a little bit this morning. If you follow me on Twitter, if you don't, my handle is at CryptoSavvy1, and that's the number 1. Definitely check it out. But I was showing you guys this here as a hidden bearish divergence. We're getting higher highs in the 4-hour. Now, the 4-hour hasn't closed yet. It's got an hour and a half. But if it closes like it is right now, that will confirm the hidden bearish divergence, which will signal another move down. Now, will that be the move that breaks the 42.5? We'll see. But like I said, until this candle closes, if it does close with a lower high in the price action and this higher high in the RSI, that is hidden bearish divergence. And hidden divergence is a continuation of the trend, and the trend is down in the 4-hour and the daily. So be on the lookout for that. This is the weekly chart. We've talked about this plenty. And as you guys know, I had said a weekly close below this could be bad, and that's the 43.9. Now, if we open and close the next weekly candle, so you got a whole week and a half to wait for that, guys. But if we open and close and the next weekly candle below this, then our next target zone is going to be down here around the 200 EMA, which is going to be them mid to lower 20,000. And that doesn't mean we go down there in a day, guys. This could take weeks, possibly months. Anyone that's been around long enough knows how the moves move. If you guys are interested in checking out my wife's webpage, please do so. There is a Bitcoin and crypto section. She can put any project you want on any of this stuff. She has a lot of other cool gift ideas in there. She does it all herself. It's quality stuff. Definitely check it out. And this is the long-term 10-year cycle I've been talking about. That is a good possibility, which matches up with this here. If you guys know, everybody says, yeah, but look what Amazon did after that. That's correct. If this happens, if Bitcoin plays out like Amazon and goes to the moon, it took 10 years to break that high. It had to wash out all the garbage.com scams, just like I think it'll have to wipe out all the garbage crypto scams. Same thing, same narrative, same stuff going on. Definitely a good possibility that's what's going on. And let's take a look at the Dow Jones. So the Dow is dumping again. We pointed out this yesterday on the 4-hour, this hidden bearish divergence, bearish divergence, lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action. We expected this dump. There's still a slight possibility we come up and touch this trend line, which now will be around 37.1. If we do, I would expect a rejection there. If not, we may just head down to this bottom trend line now. But guys, remember, if this bottom trend line breaks, we're looking at about 30,000 to 31,000 points for the Dow. If it does break up in the bullish case here, if it does break that 37.1 area, we could be looking at a 40,000 point Dow. But it's looking more like this to me, guys. You make up your own mind. But everything is lining up, pointing down. The dollar, if you guys been around for a while, you remember me being bullish on the dollar down here. Everybody was calling me crazy. Well, it's done nothing but rise since then. And in the RSI, we have broken out of a falling channel, tested it for support, got support. I believe we are headed up to our next targets of 97.74, 98.47. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. And gold got rejected at our golden pocket like we expected. And our next point of support for gold is around 1782. If that breaks, we're looking to test this low again. And you guys know my long-term view on gold. I think we're headed back down to around the 1600. If that breaks, could be looking for 1515, somewhere in that range. Silver, same thing. We got rejected right here at our 0.5 fib. We've broken through the 0.236. Now, if we break this low, we're looking for that $20 silver. And if that is to break, looking for about 1550. Ethereum. Ethereum almost hit our target of 32.25. Pretty damn close. Let me get the RSI out of the way. But as you guys know, my measured move of this is breaking this falling or rising channel. From the first point it broke, which is right here. And that's around 1850. I said to look for support at 35.4. Currently, that's the 200 EMA on the daily, guys. That's going to be hard for Ethereum to get back over that 3,500. If it does, then maybe we go back up and test that 4,000 one more time. But as for now, it's looking like 3,500 is going to be major resistance. Next support's around 32.20. If that breaks, I'd be looking for around 25. And if that breaks and we do go into that longer year and a half or so bear market, like I was saying with Bitcoin, we could be looking for 1850, possibly lower, $500 range. Who knows? We'll be keeping up on that. Litecoin, everyone laughed at me for this chart forever, and we're still headed down towards the target of 110. Same thing, if we go in the bear market, we could be looking much lower for Litecoin. XRP broke its major support there, guys. That is bad news. I'm looking for XRP to go back down in this range unless we can get above and hold above that 80-cent range. If we can get above the 80-cent range, we have a chance coming up and tagging this top trend line one more time if that does break. then you could be bullish on it. But other than that, it's not looking very good as of right now. Anyways, that's it. And let's see what's going on in the chat. Whales getting wrecked and retail closing the gap. Pays to be patient. This whole thing is about patience. Like I said, everyone expects and laughs about this, saying it's impossible. You know, it may not happen, but it is definitely 100% possible for it to happen just like this. They say nothing's the same from the dot-com bubble. Well, the dot-com bubble was also called the tech bubble, and crypto is tech, and everybody is so bullish on all these crap projects, just like they were on all the dot-com garbage. I don't know how else to point out. If that doesn't make sense to you, and again, I could be totally wrong, but there is a lot of similarities here, not just the chart. The way people react, the way people are arguing and fighting about why everything's going to succeed. It's just, and I get sick of Twitter with just all the negative comments and that. And I catch myself arguing and stuff in there. I'm not going to do that no more. Any negative comments, I'm just going to block them. I don't want to deal with the negative, just crap. I just don't want to deal with it. So I will not be dealing with it no more. I'll just be blocking people. I don't even care. For those of you that enjoy the content and, have an open mind and are willing to look at things through the eyes of reality, then this is the channel for you. If not, if this upsets you, if you have too much emotion and you're too emotionally attached to anything in these markets, this is not the channel for you. So anyway, let's see. We got 145 likes, 250 people. This is going to be near impossible, but if you can get this up to 300 likes in the next 10 minutes, I will do some altcoins for you guys. Others are also saying we're still in a bull market, but it seems like we're headed somewhere else. We all need savvy eyes, not laser eyes. The best part about chart is you don't have to argue about what happens. The charts speak for themselves in time. Right. Just a lot of people don't understand chart. They see one red line here. And obviously each one of these candles is a week. That's a lot of time there. Will crypto take 10 years to recover or less time? I mean, if it was to play out like this did, it might. Probably just depends on how long it takes to wash out all the scammy garbage, in my opinion. Why does this look black and white? What's up with that? Maybe there? No idea. The bigger the Tether fake money printing bubble, the harder they pop. Gonna be, I'm telling you, my good sir, BSV, XRP altcoins included. In the drop, yeah. I believe they'll all drop. I don't believe if Bitcoin's the main deal, guys. If that goes down, there's no projects that are really going to do good. I mean, you might have one spike here and there, but they're all going to follow Bitcoin if Bitcoin is truly in a bear market. Right on, S. Jennings. What else? Could be a bearish head and shoulders playing. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about that, but honestly, I don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't think it lines up very well. If I look at a head and shoulders, it's got to line up really well, and this one doesn't at all. So no, I'm not looking at it as that. But you could, to each their own, however you want to look at it. But how I've looked at this and still looking at this, I'll put this on here for those of you that haven't seen it. This is why I remained bearish, because we had 5 waves down here. 5 waves down is the beginning of a correction, not the end of a correction. And people are saying it's the ABC. Well, pull out your fibs if you know how to use them. If you don't, then you definitely can't call this ABC. Pull out your fibs. All these waves measure out perfectly. And then we have, let's bring this stuff up here. We have 5 waves here for B, 5 waves here for A. 3 waves for B. This is an irregular correction. We've talked about this. That's the big move. Now this is, if we get to that lower 23, that could be the bottom there. It could definitely be the bottom, but it could go a lot lower too. We had this is all messed up now, but whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. Another 5 waves down here is what I'm looking for. So, but again, we were looking for a higher second wave, which is still a possibility. But if it does play out like this, you can see, I'll put this on here real quick, how this one played out. It was very strange because it was a bubble pop. And if we are in a bubble pop, we may see the same thing. There was 1, 2, then we had our 3 down here, 4, and 5. And then we had a accumulation, 10 years of accumulation before it broke this high on Amazon. And again, it does not have to play out the same way. This is just something that is looking very similar in similar type market stuff right now. Everybody was getting rich buying.com and telling their brother and their sister to buy, and everybody was making all kinds of money, and then the bottom fell out and they went broke. And the biggest loser, for those of you that don't know, was Michael Saylor. I will point that out again. The $1 Billion Losers Club. Right here, MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor, who saw a staggering 13.53 billion with a B dollars vanish because he was doing the same thing he's doing now. And what he did there, if you pay attention, he's seen all the hype in it, right? He paid for commercials during the Super Bowl, all kinds of stuff back in the tech bubble. And he got people to invest in his company, just like he did over here with Bitcoin. Same thing, guys. He's doing the same stuff he did back here. Now, I don't know whether he actually lost or he got his company to pump like that and then dumped on the people buying into his company. I have no idea. But whatever it is, it's the same thing playing out all over again, in my opinion. Again, make up your own mind. I'm sharing my ideas. Thanks, Hermes. I appreciate it. Stirring that BTC pot, baby. Yeah, again, if you guys weren't here earlier, I will not be arguing on Twitter anymore with these low mentality, negative people. I will just be blocking them. Negative comment, they're gone. No time to deal with negativity, guys. I'm not here to argue. I'm here to tell you guys what I see and do with that what you will. All right, guys, I think I am going to get out of here. I do appreciate you guys stopping by. I appreciate all the support, and I truly mean that. Don't forget to check out the free Discord down below. Prime XBT link. Also, if you don't have a VPN, there's a VPN link down there with a huge bonus using my link. Definitely check them out. And I'm out of here.